Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform, and welcome today to Pembroke Port, located on the West Wales line. You guessed it, today's trip on Every Platform is in West Wales, and we can't have Wales without James. Yay. He is here, and also Brandon's back, Southern Train Sport 2006. We also have Tom, I don't know, he doesn't, Tom Bourne he's called, because or Tom B he's called on his YouTube, but I think he uploads like little bits, but I don't know. Tom, don't kill me. Maybe Mr. Non-existent, but you've seen him on my videos before. He'll be here later.
Oh, Kieran, did you throw your toys out the pram?
Usually I do. Do you know what, guys? I throw my toys out the pram. My name is Cristiano Ronaldo. Anyway, so Pembroke Port. This station serves most services, well, pretty much all services. So the Manchester Milford Havens, which today are only going to Hereford, Carmarthen to Manchester, Swansea, Pembroke Dock sometimes. I think they all call here, and then Fishguard Harbour sometimes as well. Also the London Paddington to Carmarthen. GWR do service line only on a couple of times a day, but funnily enough more frequently on a Sunday. It's really weird. I always find that weird that GWR serve here more on a Sunday than they do any other day. It's really weird. But anyway, so this station I believe serves Bury Port, and Pembroke is a couple of miles away, I think. Yeah. So it's yeah, station has semaphore signals and the gap is huge. So yeah, if you wish to check out any updates on posts and trips, do check out my Facebook group. Also check out my Instagram, KTV Vids, for story updates. Did you just fall into a bike rack?
The fucking spider. The spiders were into my bloody.
There was a spider. Okay, nice. Right, without further ado, let's begin today's video of Every Platform here in West Wales. And the sun is rising. Lovely. Update you soon. Forgot to also mention what today's plan is. So essentially I have overslept a little bit. That was my fault. I'm taking full responsibility. I've been tired and it's been a tiring week, so let me off. But luckily Llanelli and Gowerton will coming back to you later, so it's okay. So the plan is from here we're going to go to Carmarthen. We're going to do all stations, so Llanelli, Ferryside, Carmarthen. But then going onwards to Fishguard Harbour via Whitland. And then we're going on to the Milford Haven branch. We're going to be challenged on that one today because there is a train cancellation on it, so that'll be fun. And then yeah, that'll be it. So it's the Fishguard and Milford Haven stuff. Pembroke Dock another time. Update you soon. Right, so station sign here. I want to challenge Brandon. Brandon, how do you say it?
Pembroke, a fourth to him.
James, how good did he do?
I'd probably say okay-ish.
Oh,
so not too bad then. We're going to challenge Brandon as we go along today and see how many he can pronounce correctly in Welsh, since he likes doing it. I'll update you soon. Right, arriving in now is the 0838 Transport for Wales service from, I think it's Pembroke Dock to Swansea, 153333. See this one go out in a minute. Right, partner now is the 0838 service to Swansea from Pembroke Dock. Well, so I think it should anyway. Setting up with the door. Oh, hello. The second 153 door has not closed properly. Update in a minute. Well, after a really ridiculous door fault, the two 153s, which are 153 333 and 323, have headed off to Swansea from Pembroke Dock. we're now heading off to Kidwelly. We'll update you when we get there. Right, so we've now made it to station number 2 of the day, which is Kidwelly. You do need to pronounce it. I think it might be a bit easy for you, Brandon, but you know what? We're going to give it a go anyway.
Kidwelly.
James, how did he do?
Terrible.
Well, it's similar to Kidwelly, but I'd say
Oh,
again,
it's literally the same.
well, it's always exactly the same, but it's just a different way it's pronounced.
Go on.
They said Kidwelly, but it's still pronounced, even though it still says a C.
So it's pronounced the same, basically.
Yeah, basically.
All right, Brandon, you get an easy one there. Right.
I messed up.
Oh, well done. He still messed up, even though it sounded the same. He read too much into it.
Sidwelly.
He read too much into it. Right, so our train is the 0934 Milford Haven service, which we're taking to Ferryside.
Oh, it's a request stop.
Yeah.
Yes, these are request stops. Kidwelly is a request stop. Located,
Isn't Ferryside one as well?
both of them are, yeah. So this station, me and James have been to before, very, very scenic
Yeah,
and
it's
very
very
lovely.
long
Looks very nice.
Since we've been here, obviously it's been TFW-ified with the station signs and everything. Weird enough, Pembroke isn't, but Kidwelly is. It's one of those. The station has beautiful scenery around it, and I believe the passing speed is about...
110.
It's not 110.
So-
It's probably about 60, isn't it?
About 60, 70.
60,
110 through
70.
around that corner.
Yeah,
But-
no way that's happening.
No, you're not going up straight away.
Level crossing up ahead over there, and yeah, this station very, very quiet and very much out in the open. And there is a waiting shelter here with some community art on there.
Why do all TFW waiting shelters look the same?
Yeah.
They did in
When you say they look the same, that means they look like this, which isn't a good thing. Anyway, so we'll wait for our train to arrive and go from there. This is Kidwelly. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 0934 Transport for Wales service to Milford Haven from Hereford.
Why do I keep...
And this one is 175010.
I don't know.
And we're going to take this to Ferryside. Update you shortly. Right, I've now made it to Ferryside. And about to depart will be 175010, heading off to Milford Haven. Even though the screen still says Hereford on it, but it's going to Milford Haven. So there goes 175010. So this is Ferryside, and we'll talk about it shortly. Well, yeah, we'll talk more about it in a minute. Right, so welcome to Ferryside station. So for all you TV lovers out there, the first thing you should know about this station, and I think James would watch this TV show, but I remember, I think it's a comedian called Paul Merton,
Yeah.
and he did a Secret Stations documentary. Ferryside was in it.
Oh, I think I've
He talked about, like, he basically said he likes the railway.
Is it about request stops?
Yeah, well, secret stations, like ones that are quite sort of unique and snazzy and quite nice. This was one of them, and I don't blame him for coming here. It's right by the sea. I used to call it the Welsh Dawlish because it kind of is.
True, it actually does.
But the station is on a big curve here, and trains do come around here at a good speed actually. So the station, like Kidwelly, is a request stop, so you must raise your arm out to signal for the train to stop and to tell the guard if you want to get off. Now, the service here at Ferryside is so infrequent that the second train today is at 12:42 after our 10:39. And then after that it's 14:41, so it's every 2 hours. It's not a great service, must be said. They're all Carmarthen bound, barring the Milford Haven one we just got off of. But as you can see, the station is surrounded by lots of greenery. and on one side, and then surrounded by houses and a church on the other side. In terms of connection to anywhere else, there is a bus, the 198, that goes to Carmarthen, operated by Morris Travel, but it only runs 3 times a day, so it isn't, and doesn't run on Sundays. So yeah, that's fun. Shelter looks significantly better though than Kidwelly's, and it's got the step thing that we saw over in North Wales. I think it was over at T Cloyce we saw it at. It's there again, but the gap definitely isn't as small as that. So yeah, right, update you soon. We'll go have a look at the coast as well. Right, here we are, right next to the, well, we're outside Ferryside station, right by the coast. The tide's coming quite a lot over here, and it looks really, really nice. The sun's out, but the air is freezing. One thing I forgot to say, Brandon, how do you say this in Welsh? Did you say Llanelli?
Yeah.
Is he right, James? Llanelli.
Why did they jump on why? It's like... it's because it's Wales, they can.
There you go. Right, update you soon. But yeah, it's coast. It's really nice. You can see over there. Over on the other side is, I think it's a little village, well, of some description. It's not definitely not Carmarthen. Definitely Carmarthen. Joking. Update you soon. Okay, so just to confirm, that place up there, as James said, is the village of Llanelli, which is also, he said it was a port as well. Just a village. So it's coastal village of Llanelli over there. There you go. So we have just gotten back from.
We have a recommendation.
We have a recommendation for everyone. So if you ever come to Ferryside, just outside the station is a cafe called Ferry Cabin. Highly recommended. We just went to have breakfast there because we had an hour. Not much was coming through. It was amazing.
I'll do this.
Brandon had a sausage butty and some water.
Shut up, man.
And I had a bacon baguette, and I think we shared some. Me and Brandon shared some toast as well. We had 2 slices each.
Toast was decent.
The toast was amazing, and the bacon baguette and the. Yeah, it was.
That is nice.
Yeah, they have really good service there. So yeah,
Tomato sauce
that's
is
a
nice.
big recommendation from me and Brandon.
This
And
water's nice.
yeah, water is water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll update you soon.
It's Welsh water.
Okay, passing through now is a Transport for Wales service to Swansea from Pembroke Dock. (153,926) and 153,329. 153,329, holding some very particular and fond memories. Oh yeah, yeah. If you know, you know. Arriving in is 175008. This will be our train to Carmarthen.
Right, that's Tom. I found it.
This is the 10:39 service from Hereford. We'll update you when we get to Carmarthen. Right, we've now reached Carmarthen. Now we're going to be exploring the station in a bit more depth when we get back here later. So, because what we need to do is make a 5-minute connection over here to get over to Whitland. But here we are at Carmarthen. Right at the end of the station, as you would remember from old videos of mine, is a crossing which you can walk across, and quite famously was where the Flying Banana HST was. That was a good memory. We were here. Obviously Carmarthen's been done up a lot since then in terms of nothing. No, it's signage really. It's gone. Has it been CFW-fied? Actually, I don't think this one has. But yeah, it says await instructions, because further beyond here used to be a line that went round to Aberystwyth, but not anymore. This is all blocked off now. Maybe one day, but yeah, good old memories of this, except this time with 158 and 175. Right, we're gonna head on this to Whitland. That will be the next station we talk about. Come back to Carmarthen later. Forgot to say it's 158831, which is the train we had this morning, which is going to take us to Whitland. So I'll update you shortly. Right, so we've now made it to Whitland, and that was 158831, departing on the that was the 1113 Transport for Wales service from Carmarthen to Pembroke Dock. That's 158831 again. Welcome to Whitland station. Now this station is another one of those that all trains stop at generally. Now Whitland's a weird one because this station is also the junction for a line that completely avoids Carmarthen, and I believe goes straight through to Llanelli. Now I believe that's what it does. Also, by the way, 950-001 is here, right over there. No idea what it's doing here, but it's here. So yeah, there that one is. Yeah, it is. So yeah, Whitland station is also the junction for both lines, Pembroke Dock and over to Llanelli and Carmarthen Road. So yes. Brandon, how do you pronounce this one in Welsh?
Hendy Gwyn.
What is it?
Hendy Gwyn.
Hendy Gwyn. Very good. I have to see what James said he got it right, so we'll go with that. So we'll update you soon, but this is Whitland. So as you can kind of see at this station, we've got the sort of brick-laid entrance over here, which I do believe is, I don't know if it's the ticket office. If it is, it's not open very much. Obviously, the other thing about Whitland is that there is a third platform here.
Oh yeah, literally.
But I don't really think it's used for much, is it?
I suppose it's for shunting when that comes in.
I think at times of disruption, or
So
they just able them for the night. Really.
yeah, so it's just an extra sort of capacity thing. So in cases like James said, for disruption or turning, they'll go here instead. But yeah, 950-001 is over there. That is pretty cool to see that.
I saw that Wednesday.
Usually you see that anywhere, like just running around, but today it's sat here in Whitland, so yeah. Anyway, the other thing to note is that this station's departure board on this side is completely busted. Try and get it. It's just flashing all the time, as you can see. Yeah, it's not working properly, but God knows how long that's been not working for, because the other side ain't working either. Right, next stop for us is Fishguard and Goodwick. So yes.
Why?
Okay, arriving now is the 1139 Transport for Wales service to Hereford from Milford Haven. It is the return of 175010. We're not getting this one, but it was arriving during our wait, so we might as well film it. There goes 175010 heading off on the 1139 Transport for Wales service from Milford Haven to Hereford. So there that one goes. So our train will be next. It's 1151 to Fishguard Harbour, which we're now taking to Fishguard Harbour instead of Fishguard and Goodwick, and then we'll come back to Goodwick once we're done at Harbour. Okay, arriving in now is the 1151 Transport for Wales service from Swansea to Fishguard Harbour, which is the return of 153, 323 and 333, or for context, the ones with faulty doors. And we'll see this one, well, we'll go to Fishguard Harbour on this. Right, we have now made it to Fishguard Harbour station, the terminus of the Fishguard branch of the West Wales lines. So this station is a really interesting one. So first of all, here is the station. 153 is sat here with 323, going to be forming a service back to Cardiff Central, I believe. Might be only going to Carmarthen because there's some cancellations today. So I'm going to take you around a quick little trip around Fishguard Harbour, because this station is only served by trains when Stena Line decide to run a ferry. So at the moment, Fishguard Harbour only gets 2 trains a day, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. I think, James, isn't it still 2 trains a day here, or is there more?
Mainly 2 trains a day.
Mainly 2. One in the evening and one now. So, the station is built into the Stena Line Fishguard's ferry terminal. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look around, so update you in a minute. So, very much like Holyhead, here is the terminal inside of Fishguard Harbour. So inside here, you've got the Stena Line terminal, which is used for ferries go to Rosslare. Now this station is really weird because it doesn't actually have a station sign. It's one of those really weird ones that you'd expect to have one. And it's also, ferry terminal kind of looks like one of your railway waiting rooms. Now out here is the ferry, Stena Line, connecting Europe. It's massive. It's only a part of it as well, like the other part is somewhere else. But yeah, Stena Europe Fishguard, that's their name over there. And they run over to Rosslare. Massive ferry, and it takes on cars and passengers, cargo and everything. It's really, really good. They're the only company that run ferries from this terminal, and they only run a few times a day. Because this station, it connects up with Fishguard Harbour, and there should be a train that meets it. So yeah. 12:41, Cardiff Central is our train. There is a cafe here which is closed. But yeah, this is the terminal of Fishguard Harbour. So that's the station. That's its uniqueness. It only runs trains when the ferry runs, so it's about 2 a day. And in between all of that, not much else. Other than a lot of works, as you'd expect at a harbour station. Not a great deal of nice scenery. Well, it's a bit of a mix of nice and industrial. And the line finishes up there. Not that the trains would ever get up here anyway, because it's usually just a 2 coach. Or a 1 coach, if they feel adventurous. So, that is Fishguard Harbour done. The next stop is Fishguard and Goodwick, where we're then going to get a bus and head to Haverfordwest. Update you soon. So, something else that was worth mentioning actually, which I completely forgot about, is that Fishguard Harbour used to serve First Great Western. HSTs would come here. When did it cease? It was
around about 2003,
2004, so it would have been the days of Valenta that they came here. Would have been before the MTUs came in, because the MTUs came in around 2007.
Yeah,
so sort of around the same time as Cross Country got the franchise. So yeah, no public exit up there. But yeah, that's why it's so far down the platform, because HSTs used to serve here. We're talking like FGW, Fag Packet and Barbie liveried days we are. 2003, 2004. Probably more Barbie more than anything.
I think it was more in the way of Fag Packet.
Fag Packet and Barbie was just sort of coming in, wasn't it? And that was about 2005, 2004, 5 time, wasn't it?
Yeah, the coach were painted about 04 and then the rest were painted
05, yeah. Okay, so it would have been Fag Packet days then. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, we are, yeah. So So yeah, some guy just asking if we're going on the train because this station literally is purpose built. So we're heading off to Fishguard and Goodwick now. Right, so here we are, 153, 323 and 333. We're now going back on this to Fishguard and Goodwick. Hope you like seeing Fishguard Harbour, guys. Pretty interesting little station. Always second time being here, so it's cool to be back. So I'll update you soon. This station just gets more and more interesting because there's an Optair Solo doing a Stena Line shuttle over to the ferry. They're using Optair Solos. You'd think if it's busy, you want a bigger bus. There we go, anyway. Okay, we're now in Fishguard and Goodwick. This is the station that's actually in Fishguard. This is the town station, bit like nothing really. I can't really compare, but yeah, this station, we'll see the 153s head out in just a minute. So, lovely two-tone from the driver there as the 1244 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central from Fishguard Harbour departs. Welcome guys to Fishguard and Goodwick. Now this station serves the town of Fishguard, and it's near the town centre a bit. But funnily enough with Fishguard and Goodwick, this station in actual fact is on the same frequency as Fishguard Harbour. So unfortunately, anyone who actually lives in Fishguard gets this level of service, which is only 2 trains a day. So it is exactly the same as Harbour as I described. There is nothing different. The station also serves, I believe, another area called Goodwick, but I don't think that is...
the town of Fishguard apparently was half a mile to the east.
So is this in Goodwick, this station?
Yeah, it is in Goodwick.
So this station's actually in Goodwick, there you go. And then half a mile to the east, as James just said, is Fishguard. So there you go. The station's actually in Goodwick. So again, both stations not actually in Fishguard. Come on, Brandon, say this in Welsh.
Stop. Stop.
Stop. Thank you.
Abergwan ac Wydig. Dig.
How'd you say it, James?
It's Abergwan ac Wydig.
So
Oh,
Brandon got it. We'll give him that one. Yeah. He's doing all right, guys. He's doing all right. We'll see how he gets on with the rest today. So, what is at this station? Well, the funny thing is, this is a really weird thing I spotted. So, randomly put out here. Actually, I don't think it's that random. If I get closer, is it going to be random? Yeah, there's a cafe right here, which is quite nice. Well, right outside of it, if we walk all the way down, is a drinks machine, or like, yeah, it's a drinks fridge. Just completely empty. It's on the platform. Just sat here doing nothing. It's plugged there. It's unplugged everything. Just nothing. It's just there. Very random. Probably to do with the cafe there. They probably chucked it out. Probably surplus to requirements. A bit like Cristiano Ronaldo, really. Anyway, so yeah. So let's carry on. The next stop for us is Haverfordwest. But we're going to get a bus there. We'll update you later. So over there is the Stena Line ferry again. That is now set off from Fishguard Harbour over there. So you can see we haven't really gone far, but ultimately, yeah, this is how far we've got. Just in walking towards, so we're actually still in Goodwick at the moment. We're going to be heading off to get our bus to Haverfordwest. We'll update you soon. But yeah, that's sort of where it leaves from, and that's going to head over to Rosslare in Ireland. So yes. Right, here we are at Haverfordwest station. That's the next place we're at. We just got off an MCV Evora, Tros Cymru. So I said Tros Cymru. I don't know if I said that right. Terrible regardless. They're very nice things, by the way, just as a thing. Solo SR over there as well. So, here we are, Haverford West Station. That's not even the way in. The way in is through here. Here we are. So, we are on the 1429 Milford Haven.
39.
40. Oh yeah, that one. 1439 Milford Haven, which is running a few minutes behind schedule. But yeah, Haverford West Station is 2 platforms. Normally acts as a passing loop, but for today it looks like they're just using the 1 platform. It looks like in general that's what they do. The train is running late, so it's going to be about 15 minutes late. And this station, very quick question as well. Brandon, how do you say this name in Welsh?
Wilford.
How do you say it, James?
No, it's Holford.
Horford. There you go. Yeah, props for trying.
Where do I get the I from?
So yeah, that's Haverford West. Update you more soon.
Go home then.
So, reason they use platform 1 mostly here is due to the fact that the station is, platform 1 is the station that's nearest to the ticket office, and it's just for convenience. As you can tell, it is raining a lot. Platform 2 is only ever used in a situation where there is significant disruption. Generally it works under a track circuit block system now, and they changed it like over time, so 2 is very rarely used, only ever if it needs to be. So yeah, the rain looks absolutely pleasant. What do we think of the rain, Tom?
No.
It's a big no, isn't it? Must always rain in Wales. But yeah, so the station as well won a few awards. So it won the Best Station Award back in the 90s, and was refurbished and reopened in 2002. So it's fairly newer than some of the others, but doesn't look it. It's kind of like the same as all the others. That is rusting over there as well. So we'll have Haverford West done. The next station for us is going to be Milford Haven. Update you soon. What you'll also notice, guys, is we've got our very own waterfall here. Brandon's having a shower. How do you feel after that?
It's his first shower in like 2 months.
Brandon, how do you feel after that?
Wet.
Thought so. Right. What else is at the station? Well, there is a cafe. Closed now. But platform 1 diner, or the Llanelli cafe, that's how you say it. Llanelli. That's Welsh. I kind of think it sounds like Llanelli. Yeah, so with this station done, the plan now, so just to give you an update, there is a cancelled service on this line. The 1706 of Milford Haven has been cancelled due to a train crew problem. So it was cancelled yesterday, would you believe? So we planned this cancellation, which is good because we've been able to plan for it. So the plan now for us is to go to Milford Haven on this. Once we've been to Milford Haven, we're then going to Johnston to get that one done. And once we reach Johnston, we're going to take a bit of a break, and then we're going to head back towards we're probably going to head to Tenby on a bus, and then probably finish the video around there, or Pembroke Dock, because we were going to do Llanelli and Carmarthen Road, but just due to the significant disruption on day to day, I think it's probably best we do Tenby and Pembroke Dock instead. So those two are going to be done instead, and we're going to head there. But first up, like I say, is going to be Milford Haven and Johnston. So Milford Haven next. Right, arriving in now is going to be the delayed 1439 Transport for Wales service to Milford Haven, and on this one we once again have 2 153s. On the front of it is 153327.
Oh, that's a trolley on it.
Yes, it does. This one is from Hereford. And 153968. Update you soon. Right, we've now reached Milford Haven station. Here we are. It's going to be a very quick turnaround here, unfortunately, due to the delay that we do have here. But we're now here at Milford Haven. This station, let's say, one train every 2 hours generally. So so 2153s, we're taking it back now to we're taking it back now to Johnston, the final station we need on the line, and once done we're going to head to Tenby. So for now, here is Milford Haven. Sorry it's so brief. Outside is a shopping centre area, so it is basically right next to some shops, and the area is right in the town centre of Milford Haven. The station itself isn't in the best of condition, it must be said. They lack it really bad in the station sign. If you have a look at it, it is absolutely in a state, just like this town is in a state. What is it with places in Wales that begin with M that are an absolute state? You've got Milford Haven, and you've also got bloody Merthyr Tydfil. Bloody hell. Right. Anyway, so heading off now to Johnston on this 153, 968 and 327. Milford Haven done very quickly, but done. Right, we've now reached Johnston. Another big gap between the train and platform here at Johnston. We only have a little bit of time here because got lots of pictures of these 153, honestly. But yeah, off it goes, heading over to Hereford.
Line is very overgrown.
It is a very overgrown line, as Brandon so correctly said, and this is a pure example of it. So something that we noticed when this train was on its way to Johnston was it was hitting a load of tree branches.
It's like a double-decker.
It was like being on a double-decker bus, any sort of double-decker bus, because it just hit tree branches on the way to Johnston from Haverfordwest. It was really weird. The only time ever I've had that, barring that, was on a HST on the Newquay branch, as well as the Pembroke Dock branch on the Atlantic coastlines. But the HSTs hit a few tree branches on there, like they just rubbed against them and dripped on the way. It was raining at the time as well, just like it is now, funnily enough. Anyway, welcome to Johnston. This is the other request stop on the West Wales line, or the only request stop on the West Wales line between Haverfordwest and Milford Haven. This
Everyone's
is the
left us.
Tom and James have left us due to the train cancellation, so they need to get back. Me and Brandon are staying in Swansea, so we can carry on. For now, this is the plan. Let's go into this really odd looking shelter.
It says road replacement is apparently being sourced.
Yeah, well, they've had ages to source it. They've still got time. Yeah. So the plan is for us is to go to Tenby next. We're going to get the bus to Tenby. Tenby wasn't actually part of the original plan, but now it is. So a cancellation has meant that we can do Tenby, Pembroke Dock, and then come back here to then go onwards to the last two, Clonderwan and Clarkston Road.
I know how to say
and
Johnston
then,
in Welsh.
Go on then.
Johnston.
If that's how you say it. Anyway, this one has been TFW-ified as well, as you can tell by the sign. So yeah, that's Johnston done. And by the way, this station in a journey planner will come up as Johnston bracket Pembrokeshire, because there is also one in Strathclyde in Scotland.
Yeah, are we in Pembrokeshire?
We are indeed in Pembrokeshire. So let's head off. It's raining loads. We're going to go and head off to Tenby. We'll update you when we get there. Right, in the pouring rain, we have now made it to Tenby station after getting a hour-and-a-half bus, which didn't realise was going to take an hour and a half, but good job we made it anyway. So Tenby station, here it is. Entrance very arched, so archway entrance. But we are going towards Pembroke Dock on the 1747 Transport for Wales service, which will come from, I think this one is from Carmarthen, could be wrong. Anyway, so we're on platform 1 at the moment. It's Swansea, Pembroke Dock. This train has formed of 4 coaches, so we have a bit more than normal. So Tenby. Well, first thing to say is this is my first time actually getting off and platforming this station, because you do, yes. Come on, Brandon, give it pronunciation. Wish him luck.
Them bitch wife Fishguard.
Sorry about the strong language, but yeah.
Why is it strong language? It's a name.
I don't think that is how you say it.
I've probably offended a lot of Welsh people.
I think it's Dinbicoi Pisoid.
Why is Welsh so
Dinbicoi Pisoid, but I could be wrong there. Could be awfully wrong.
Welsh is just complicated.
But yeah, so yeah, this Tenby. This station is very popular for holiday tourists during the nice weather. Loads of people get off here. It is also the only passing loop on this line, which is to Pembroke Dock. So Tenby is basically that station. Everything else on Pembroke Dock in between Whitland and Pembroke Dock, barring Tenby, is single track.
Is it?
Yeah, and hence why the train service is every 2 hours. So yeah, a bit like Milford Haven.
Do they have to get to where do they have to get to before the other?
Well, if they leave here to go towards Swansea, they have to get to Whitland.
Jeez, that's ages.
I know. That's not actually that bad. It's Saundersfoot, Kilgetty and Narberth, and then Whitland. So yeah. And then the other way is Penally, Manorbier, Lanfrey, Pembroke and Pembroke Dock. So yeah. Yeah, so that's Tenby. Now, used to be, during the normal timetable, used to be a service that terminated here from Manchester Piccadilly. That service isn't running at the moment due to COVID, and also due to engineering works anyway. And also GWR go through this line as well to go to Pembroke Dock in the summer, but at the moment they suspended that, so I don't know if it's coming back ever.
Imagine an IT through here.
Yeah, it's happened. So I've been on one through here. So yeah. Right, update you when our train arrives. We're going to 1747 and then we're heading to Pembroke Dock. We'll update you soon. Right, arriving in now is the 1747 Transport for Wales service to Pembroke Dock, 158831. And for the first time today, a 150 257. We're going to take this 150 257. It's only the front 2 coaches, so there you go. There you go, 158 only. Right, now arriving at Pembroke Dock. 158831 and 150257. Oddly enough, they brought it with, and 150's out of use. Only the 158 was in use. Also, Arriva Trains Wales signage. Well, it had to happen, didn't it? We had to find at least one with Arriva signage, and we found it. Pembroke Dock. This station is the terminus of the other West Wales line that we have now completed. This train isn't going out for just over an hour, or just under an hour. So I'll just stay in there. The 150 didn't do anything. 150 sort of stayed here. Just sort of went along for the ride, but I reckon it's going to be on the 1913 Cardiff service, and that will probably go with it, I'd imagine. But yeah, this station is served by Transport for Wales, generally every 2 hours to Swansea, also Carmarthen at evenings and peak times, and Cardiff Central, and during the summer, like I said, London Paddington. But other than that, you haven't really got much else. And Pembroke Dock is actually its own town, so it's not actually in Pembroke. You've got the town of Pembroke, and then you've got the town of Pembroke Dock. So there's two separate ones that are classified, although they are basically next to each other. First time seeing a 150 all day as well, so pretty decent. So yeah, I'll update you in a minute. Okay, so sorry about the rumbling of the 158 next to me, but Brandon, how do you pronounce this one?
Dock Pembroke.
Dock Pembroke. Spot on. Doing all right, isn't he? He's got one more left. Well, he's actually got 3 more left. So the plan is now to get back to Johnston, and then we're going to go straight back to Swansea, just given the time we have. And then tomorrow we're going to finish up with the last 2 stations, which are Gowerton and Llanelli. Didn't do them this morning due to us sleeping in, but we can do them tomorrow anyway, so it's part of our plan. So yeah, we'll update you and get back to Johnston, I guess. That's Pembroke Dock done. Okay, so now the engine has gone off, the lights have gone off too. So this is staying until 1913, this service. So yeah, not going anywhere anytime soon. Here's the outside of Pembroke Dock. Basically everything's built into one little bit, so the entrance is nothing really to write home about, although the building is fairly nice. It's just kind of like any old sort of old building you'd see, really. But yeah, it's quite nice. I think this is might be grade 2 listed. I don't know though. I'd have to find out. What I know is this one does also have a bar and restaurant called the Station Inn, but as planned it is not open. Probably like during the day sort of thing, I'd imagine. But yeah, it's very quiet here now, but we're off to go get a bus shortly, so then go and get up to Johnston to then get a Hereford service back to Swansea. And then tomorrow, like I said, Gowerton and Llanelli will be covered, so they'll be part of the video at the end, and the video will probably finish at Gowerton because that's the last one. And then next time we will be doing Llanelli and Clarkston Road, as well as the rest of this branch line to Pembroke Dock. So yes, still got quite a bit to do, I guess. Update you when we get to Johnston. So guys, funnily enough, we're still here at Pembroke Dock. Bus didn't get cancelled, don't worry. I made a slight timing error, let's just say that. Luckily not a massive one, because it was just finding a way back to Swansea. We weren't really clearing any stations sort of around here after the Pembroke Dock, so we're just going to take this back to Swansea. It would make more sense. And yeah, the bus was at 18:55, but I was leaving from Haverfordwest, so I looked at it the wrong way around. That's all it was. Brandon's not happy, even though it doesn't really impact anything. He's just Brandon, aren't you? Yeah, we'll get lots of them tomorrow anyway. So this will be our train, 15257 and 158831, take us back to Swansea, and then Swansea will be the last station of the night. We'll go from there. Okay, so we're on board the 150, and we've spotted something rather interesting to show you all. Brandon's hiding something. Contraband. Joking. Do you see these seats here? Lovely. Transport for Wales, eh? Or you could take a step back in time. Have a Reaver. Yeah, they did that. Must have run out of cushions. Budget cuts. Right, we're now arrived into Swansea. Swansea. It's very busy here tonight. Everyone's off to Cardiff for a night out, it looks like. It's now 21:53, so we've come all the way from Pembroke Dock back here to Swansea. I'll update you. in a minute. This train's off in a couple of minutes. Right, the final now is the 21:53. Transport for Wales service from Pembroke Dock to Cardiff Central. .257 and 158.831, and here we have a couple of IETs which have terminated from London Paddington. We are now here at Swansea. Now this is where we stayed last night, and it's also included on today's episode of every platform. It is the final station we're doing this evening, and I'll update you more in a minute. We're on platform 1, which is, oh, actually, speaking of devil, off it goes. Well, the rear of it is 800.024, which I had last night, so, and saw it again this morning, and it's come back around the time we've got back, so yeah, this is Swansea, 158 over there, but yeah, update you more in a minute. So to give you a little bit of an idea, so this is probably one of the busiest stations in South Wales. 158.834 is powering up over there. But whilst it does, it's 4 platforms, and it's served for London Paddington, and basically every train reverses here, all buffered. So junction for the West Wales and South Wales lines, and yeah, pretty much what it is. But yeah, the Hitachi depot is just beyond the station. Towards the south, and well, I don't know, you're going more north, aren't you, really? Well, you're not going north, you know what I mean. You're going beyond the station, going towards Cardiff. I don't know my directions, by the way. Going towards Cardiff, you go past the Hitachi depot, which is newly built. Used to be Landor depot. HSCs would be stored there, and then that unfortunately ceased operation a few years ago. Around the same time the HST ceased as well. Lots of cancellations tonight. Rail replacement buses are replacing loads of stuff tonight, so we're lucky we got back when we did. But yeah, that's Swansea. Not a lot happening tonight, but stay tuned, guys, because we haven't finished yet. Tomorrow morning we'll be back, and well, tomorrow we'll be back. I will be in Llanelli. Now Gowerton will not be featured in today's video. Llanelli will be, but Gowerton is not, for the sole reason that it will be included in West Wales 2, the future video, which I want to do. But I wanted to make sure there's enough stations left over, so Gowerton will be left out. So for now, guys, we'll update you when we get to Llanelli tomorrow. Right, so it is now the next day, and we've now made it to what's going to be the last station of the video, which is going to be Llanelli. Didn't get to it yesterday, but due to, yes, you know, sleeping, I already said. So, funnily enough, we just found this weird taxi cab ride thing here, which is really random. It's a taxi place, but they have that outside. Really random. But anyway, Llanelli's building is, I believe, a grade 2 listed. It's quite nice. And also is the junction for the Heart of Wales line, which obviously goes via all the little shacks and doesn't get a great service, but going to be something that I'm going to be working around at some point when I do a Heart of Wales every platform. Probably going to be several of them, I imagine, which will be nice. Obviously they advertise the Heart of Wales line here as well, so that's cool. But yeah, Brandon, before you go in, how do we say this one in Welsh?
Gorsaf Llanelli.
Yes, Gorsaf meaning station, I believe. So yeah, when we get in, we'll update you a bit more. Right, so here we are on Llanelli station. So as you can tell, 2 very nice platforms. One of them is, well, both quite well sheltered, but it's got a level crossing right next to it as well. Our train is the only train that's going to be coming in. So yes, 13:53 to Swansea from Carmarthen, 2153s. So yes, we'll update you more about that shortly. Right, arriving in now is going to be 153968. And 153323, which we're taking to Swansea. Thanks for watching the latest episode of every platform from West Wales, guys. And we'll see you next time on every platform from North Yorkshire. For now though, goodbye from me.